Okay, so hi, welcome. This is a Star Series, and this is M5 versus DTS. With DTS, I haven't really checked who is playing what now, but I do know that 535, which I don't know if you can see that, that's one that's picking for them, is actually always wanna fly. And I don't know if, I think the rest is all stand-in, so we'll see. Anyway, M5 isn't totally complete either, even though I'm not sure who Hater Cry is, because I just rushed home, so I'm only here like 4 or 5 minutes. And yeah, well, we're in. We're doing stuff. We're having a game, and hopefully we're having a good game. Even though, of course, M5 is a bit in the advantage with having almost full roster, and DTS still having some well, unregularities. Let's call them that. And we have a ban already for PGG, and already going into reserve time for Always Wanna Fly. Well, that's okay though. I can check if we can. Oh, I can't. I can. Sorry for the cat sounds, by the way. Since I said I just got home, I didn't get its normal attention time yet, so that's a bit sad. And this gives well, this gives me the time to check if they're actually, yes, they are. That one's that one, and I have to set this one as offline. Isn't this fun? Can just having that. I think Always Wanna Fly wasn't ready yet when we started the game. Oh, there we go. They went for a Night Stalker ban.
Radiant team ban.
And we're gonna stop this then again. Just in case I miss something. Don't want to miss something.
Dire team ban. Radiant team
And
ban.
wow. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. We have I like this from DTS. I mean, Always Wanna Fly obviously knows M5, so we already see Night Stalker band, so no Night Stalker for Vegas. We already see Enigma band, so no Enigma for PGG. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Darkseer coming out of them as their third ban, as that is one that Blood Angel loves to play. So let's think about that. But yeah, the Bane is being banned up by M5.
5 seconds remaining.
Not a hero that you normally see banned out.
Dire team
It's an annoying hero to deal with, definitely. If he gets his levels up, he's just well, he can hold everybody in place and stuff. Maybe M5 is thinking about going for, well, maybe Panda, but that's just speculating right here. And we have so much still in, so we don't see a Darkseer band. The Darkseer is still in the pool. We have an Invoker pickup from M5. We still have the Nature's Prophet. We have the Windrunner. We have the Panda Brewmaster. We have the Brood Mother. It's a lot of options open for DTS right now. But of course, it also depends on. I mean, if you're playing with stand-ins, you really have to know what their favorite heroes are, what they normally play. And that might not be the case. Well, might not be the case for all heroes that you would normally see in a lineup, or at least they have to still get used to working together. So it
reserve time.
Darkseer it is. So they're gonna pick that one up themselves, and Leshrac there too, indicating that they might go for some early towers, or at least, well, that's actually not true, because the problem with Leshrac is you don't really know how he's going to be played. If he's going to be played as a more supportive hero, then we might still see some early towers. Actually, yesterday I saw for the first time a Leshrac being played without a level of Edict. Still, the towers went down very fast, but no Edict.
10 seconds remaining.
Don't see that very often. And that makes me also believe that maybe DTS also wants to get a Sand King as their third pickup, if M5 will let them have it, because of course they have to pick Steel. And still have to mention, Furion is still, Nature's Prophet is still in the game. And Death Prophet actually also just a hero that has been popping up more often lately, so might have to watch out for that one too. But Furion not being picked nor banned so far. Even though there has been games where he has only been banned like in the second banning phase, that people just wanted to go for other stuff first. But let's see what M5 wants to go for. They're taking their time. Tidehunter is still there too. Do they want to go for team fights? Do they want to go for pushing? They're probably discussing right now if...
Enchantress.
So they're not going to be able to get DTS is not going to be able to get the Sand King I just talked about. And M5 is going to pick that one up themselves, and they're going to have an Enchantress also. That's going to be one in the jungle, so we might see some. Well, Enchantress probably going for first blood. I believe M5. I've seen M5 playing Enchantress very aggressively, like only going into the jungle to get a creep and then straight out again to get kills instead of farming there. So let's see if we're going to
10
see that
seconds
again.
remaining.
And the Tide Hunter up for DTS.
Radiant
Not really
team
surprising. I
ban.
mean, I still think they probably wanted the Sand King if he was still in, but now at least they have the Ravage, which will provide them a lot of momentum, even if there's an epicenter or something. They can also they have still
Dire team ban.
the most team fight from both pickups, and apparently they want to go for those team fights. The thing with the Tide Hunter is though that M5 can really easily choose to fight or choose to lure out the Ravage from Tide and then try to fight in between where the Ravages are, try to take the fights then, because that at that point Tide Hunter is, I wouldn't say useless because he's still
Dire
very,
team
well,
ban.
he still has an Anchor Smash in his gush, of course, but he has no Ravage, and that's a big difference. We have some bans. So we have a ban for the Furion, not surprising, he was still in, and if 5 doesn't want to face him, it's fine, he gets banned. We have a ban out for the Shadow Demon.
Radiant
Shadow
team
Demon
pick.
being one of the better supports lately, I must say. I mean, with his disruption, he can just enable kills or disable kills and make sure everybody comes in place. And of course, Shadow Demon is very nice with Leshrac because so far there is no hero yet for Leshrac that has a stun that Leshrac can definitely land his stun on with. And with the disruption, DTS would
10
have been able
seconds
to disrupt the
remaining.
target and then have a follow-up stun from Leshrac
Five
straight
seconds
after,
remaining.
even. So they're not going to be able to do that right now. We might still see
Reserve
Crystal
time.
Maiden from their side or something, or Vengeful Spirit. Death Prophet is going to be picked up by M5.
Dire team pick.
Well, I would say semi-predicted, but I just named him because he has been picked up by M5 quite a bit. So, and that's no surprise for that. And they had the freedom to do so because the Windrunner and the Queen of Pain were banned by DTS. They didn't want to give them those two strong solo lanes, but Death Prophet being a solid mid hero also. And the reason DTS is banning out these two mid heroes, or at least the reason I think they're banning those out, I mean,
10 seconds
M5 has
remaining.
Enchantress, and she is going to be in the jungle regardless, leaving M5 to
5
deal with at
seconds
least two
remaining.
solo lanes. And to ban out these two, they are two of the most
Reserve
surviving
time.
solo lanes. I mean, you have a Blink, you have a Windrun, and they just did not want M5 to get either of those. Very understandable. M5 is probably going to have a side lane or a mid lane for Death Prophet and side lane maybe for Invoker, with perhaps with the Sand King supporting. Depends on what they're going to pick up as the last pick. For now, the ball is in DTS court because, well, shouldn't have to explain that one. But yeah, the ball's in DTS court. Let's see what they miss. I mean, they have a Dark Seer. He's gonna be a solo laner for them. They have Leshrac.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
believe he's at this point. He looks like he's gonna be playing support, unless of course
5
DTS still picks up
seconds
a Crystal Maiden or something.
remaining.
They're gonna pick up a Mirana as their
Radiant
carry.
team pick.
Could also potentially have a solo lane, but also the three heroes that we see now, the Leshrac, the Tyrant, and the Mirana, or just the Mirana and the Leshrac, could be a potential try or dual lane. I mean, what I talked about earlier about Leshrac needing a stun to follow up for his stun, Mirana's arrow can do that. And if Mirana lands an arrow and Leshrac stuns straight after, that is almost a guaranteed kill, depending on how far the arrow was
10
shot
seconds
from.
remaining.
But that's at least enabling that one.
5
And the only
seconds
thing they
remaining.
kind of miss is a mid hero.
Reserve time.
Unless they're going to place Mirana mid and they're going to place something else with a tri lane, but I think Mirana and Leshrac will be together. Oh, cute. Yeah, but yeah, that's my guess. I would like to see that if they're gonna go for maybe a Storm Spirit or a Shadow Fiend, but that's probably a bit too much wishful thinking. And for M5 last pickup, it's gonna be the Shadow Shaman. Ooh, that means I
Dire
think I was
team
wrong about
pick.
my lanes, unless they're gonna play the Shadow Shaman as a support, which is very much possible. I mean, he is just he would then just be a walking hex and a walking shackle with wards that plays down. He wouldn't be able to get his levels up that fast, or a supporting invoker. They can go so many ways with this lineup. I mean, in theory,
10
every hero can
seconds
solo
remaining.
mid apart from it. Well, Enchantress could probably do that too, but Enchantress
5
will be in the
seconds
forest.
remaining.
That's the only thing I can say with certainty. I mean, the rest is just free. Well, so we're gonna see a Broodmother. This leaves for a lot of possibilities for DTS too. They have they have the Mirana, which will probably then be a solo lane. They have two solo laners in the Broodmother and the Darkseer. We probably might see Leshrac and Tidehunter roaming around a bit. In the meantime, while people are or while players are picking their heroes, I will switch to this screen overlay. I know, but yeah, so that you can actually see the minimap. There was nothing drawn on the minimap. You did not miss a thing. And yes, I still have my camera speed set properly. So let's first check out M5, who's playing what.
Prepare
We
for
have
battle.
Blood Angel playing the Death Prophet, indicating that, I mean, Blood Angel is the player of the solo side lane, so we might see a Death Prophet as a solo side lane, probably the bottom lane then, as she doesn't really have that escape. We see PGG as a Shadow Shaman, might then be in the middle Admiration on the Invoker. Vigas on the Sand King, might be roaming around then. I'm gonna expect, I mean, PGG is then gonna support the Sand King on the top lane. That could be. With the Halo Crazy on the Enchantress, and I will check in a second who that is, if that's actually a stand-in or not, because like I said earlier, I didn't really have the time to do that as I just rushed home. Oh, this is perfect. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. This is just SS. Okay. Like, yeah. So that's the yeah. No need to be confused. It's the full roster of M5. That's gives a bit of a sense of content, stability versus DTS, who's playing with 4 stand-ins. And I'm gonna go over DTS, who's playing what? We have My Love is Mila. I believe he's been a stand-in regularly, not only for DTS. We have him on the Leshrac. On the top lane, followed by the Darkseer, played by a Russian leather guy. Sorry, I can't pronounce it any other way. We have Always Wanna Fly on the Tidehunter. Also going towards the top lane. And in mid lane we have the Mirana, as expected, and we have the Broodmother played by Prickle on the bottom lane, and Mirana is actually played by Empire Scandal, so
30 seconds to
that's
battle.
actually a familiar name then, so yeah, at least we know where he's from. And Prickle is going to be on the bottom lane, on a solo lane versus indeed Blood Angel solo bottom lane. In the middle we'll have Admiration playing versus the Mirana. And oh, hello. Hello, Mr. or Mr.'s aggressiveness. That's the thing about M5, that they always play so aggressive, and sometimes it works out. Well, a lot of the times it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna have a burst strike probably on Sand King. There we go. We're gonna have a shackle from the Shadow Shaman. We just skilled that one as the right clicks continue, and there is already a clarity potion up, and there's the first blood going to the Shadow Shaman.
To the other side, and don't
Very,
come back.
very aggressive, like I said, from M5, but successful. So they got the kill. And place a ward in the jungle so that Enchantress can farm the dire jungle pretty safe. And yeah, we're gonna have the Sand King together with the Shadow Shaman, so Shadow Shaman being the supporter here with a double damage rune also, so he can harass that much harder. And oh, hello. They want to kill back. We hear a burst strike going off too. I'm gonna check there for a second, but well, the Shrek will be safe. Sorry, wow. And Enchantress is gonna be safe also, even though the Wildskin is chasing down the Darkseer. Hello again. Lower ground, gush going off. Iron Shell on the Tidehunter. No boots on anybody, so they just have to chase this. Enchantress having a little bit, well, higher base movement speed than the Darkseer at least. So, hello. Aggressive there. They're gonna be fine. My Lover's Miller might not be fine though, as there is a Burrow Strike and Echo Ether Shocks follow it up. Wow, I'm sorry. Quite oh. Like I said, just got home, that's my excuse. That's my excuse gonna be for the entire game, just so you know. As Silent is following Darkseer. Yeah, like I just said, Enchantress has a little bit higher basement movement than speed than the Darkseer, so in theory she could chase him all the way. But yeah, it's not worth it, not worth her while. We have on the bottom lane, well, both are just trying to farm and... Yeah, okay. We're gonna check here, because Enchantress might be in some trouble. I'm gonna... Well, I can switch to the bottom lane before the unpause, right? Yeah, I can. Because I was saying that Blood Angel will be having semi-free farm until Broodmother gets his Soul Ring up. And he also already has the recipe for that. Is almost there with his gold also. He will just harass Blood Angel, well, probably quite a bit, probably off the lane in time if Blood Angel's not careful. Of course, he does have Crypt Swarm, so he will be able to last hit pretty safe when the pulse goes off. And there we have Arrow hitting on Silence, and he has nowhere to go. Let's see, the last hit is gonna be for Mirana. So nice farm for her, coming out of the middle lane to take that kill. And well, you just can't let someone farming in your jungle when you know she's there. So good kill for DTS. Yeah, well, like I was saying, the Crypt Storm will be a semi-safe way to last hit for Death Prophet without getting in too much of a dangerous range. And she's getting harassed by Prickle quite a bit. Eats a tango, gets forced out. Spiderlings will chase, but yeah, there goes the salve already. So that's she does only have 2 tangos left on the bottom lane. As we see Enchantress moving back towards the enemy forest, gonna be spotted out once again by the Tidehunter, as they also have a ward here, of course. Their Tidehunter doesn't want to spend mana on a gush, as checks out who is the real one and who not. Nice resident going. You see the Darkseer still thinking about going for it, might want to go for it. Well, and the same for Leshrac is close by just in case, but as it is feeling pretty safe. They have a ward here. You could see where Leshrac is. And now knows that this is the fake one also. So we'll be fine. On the meantime, in the middle lane, we still have Mirana, who now has a kill on her name. And, yeah, wow. I'm just thinking, did I miss a kill? No. No, I didn't.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh, no, I
is
didn't.
under attack.
Crazy talk.
Nice try.
Thinking 2-1. So sorry, Enchantress, Mirana having 12 for 4 and Invoker having 13 for 5. So they're very even, apart from of course the kill that Mirana got earlier. And the tri-lane has come together as the Darkseer is no longer in the jungle either, and Enchantress is gonna be here too. Is she gonna take a gush? And yeah, nice trap there, making sure that gank didn't happen, even though this gank might happen. Leshrac in a lot of trouble, will probably go down from the last hit from the Shadow Shaman here. And that was just a burrow strike, and some trees already cut down. As we see Always Wanna Fly being turned into a chicken, and will die here to the Sand King, taking the last hit with a burrow strike. Nice gank here, well gank, can't really call it a gank, everybody saw them coming. Nice kills here on the top lane. With Enchantress, well, being the bait sort of. And Darkseer didn't know how fast he could run. He wasn't there at all. Of course, he's more built to go into the jungle. He picked up a shield and didn't really pick up any consumables or anything, or had already used them. But he's gonna stack or stack. He's gonna pull rather. As we hear Enchantress continuing to go into the forest, she's gonna take a gush. Mirana is gonna come in from the side also as she pops her heal. Here we go. Mirana is there, gonna try to land an arrow. Arrow misses. But he'll still in a lot of trouble. Starstorm going down. We will have another gush soon, as the gush is not the thing that got last hit, but the Iron Shell is. Darkseer taking the kill. And another kill on Enchantress, who is still, yeah, I don't know if she should be going back into that forest. I mean, they know she's there. Mirana being so close by, having now an assist on a kill, doesn't seem to have missed too much on her lane, even though Invoker is 23 for 13 now, and Mirana being 15 for 5, so Invoker slightly gaining on his lane. We actually have Invoker specking for his Exort having a Sunstrike, but we have not seen a Sunstrike yet. They're gonna wait for a Burst Strike for that one, or for the next Burst Strike maybe. So far, for the kills that they have attempted, it's not really been needed, even though for this one, oh, are they gonna try? No. Yeah, Sandstorm. Anchor Smash gonna go off. Burrow Strike, Sunstrike there! Will it go down? He will probably go down. One more last hit. No, the surge is there. Darkseer will survive. Sorry. Darkseer will die, but Tidehunter will survive as the arrow flies through and doesn't hit anything. But nice play by Vigos there. And, well, nice surge. Getting always want to fly out of the way. Who's now level 3 still. Not going all that fast. Stun doesn't land on PGG from Leshrac, who came out to see if he could do something else, but he obviously couldn't. And Scandal's gonna pick up a illusion rune, pops it immediately so he can regen some of his mana with his bottle. In the meantime, bottom lane, we haven't seen that point in a while, and we now see a lot of harassment coming out on Blood Angel. Clears the spider wave with her Crypt Swarm, but I was gonna say one more response firelink and she will be dead. As we see Broodmother attempting to go for that. He knows she's still there. Oh, look at this pause. What? This is a perfect pause though. Look at the trees. This is quite cool. Yep, this looks quite cool. But I wonder if they can actually see her. I think he can see it. We'll see though. He knows exactly where she is now. He just needs well, no, he doesn't. TP is gonna come in from Sand King. Is gonna save her life. That might actually cost Broodmother a life if she's now afraid to go back into his web. Can't place a web for another 20 seconds. He's just gonna run away, eat a tango. And in the meantime, on the top lane, the wards were placed for Shadow Shaman to to kill off a tower. Sorry, yeah. Awake, really. Enchantress this time farming the jungle somewhat closer to her allies. Wise choice. She is level 3 still, but then again, as is Tidehunter. Not that bad. And we see Admiration taking a lot of damage. There is Tidehunter. Probably just taking that a little bit of XP. I mean, they can't really go for a kill now as it would be too obvious if he just came walking in. He's gonna threaten a bit, but that's all. And I'm quite surprised we see Invoker having his Exort still up, even though he is so low on life that I would almost expect him to have his Quas up just for the extra regeneration. But Admiration is probably knowing what he is doing, and he will have the extra damage for the last hits, making last hitting easier as the leap comes forward to follow on Vigos. Vigos won't be able to survive as Prickle gets last hit with the Spawn Firelinks. Nice chase there as Vigos thought he was safe with the burst strike on the top lane, but wasn't, obviously. He died. Yeah. My Lover's Mila being farming on the top lane still. Is level 5, so is a higher level than Tide at least. Darkseer, he's also still level 3. Yeah, they were on the top lane with the 3 of them. Oh, My Lover's Mila in a lot of trouble as the wards are placed. Shackle is there. Stun is not gonna land, but Edict is gonna kill him off, and the Shrek still takes a kill on the Shadow Shaman, but Shadow Shaman also takes the kill on the Shrek. So it's a trade, even though, of course, well, actually, it looks like Shadow Shaman was the one to get the first kill, so he actually got the experience. To me it looked like the other way around, but Shadow Shaman still getting the experience on the kill, or Shrek not getting the experience on the kill on the Shadow Shaman. Burst strike there, Sunstrike's gonna help out. Just gonna be harassment so far as the TP comes in from Mirana to make sure that nothing happens to her. Tidehunter, Starstorm gonna go down. Right clicks there. Burst strike could be there though. Nah, not gonna go for it. Too low on HP. Does have 9 magic stick charges, is using them. And PGG is TPing in. They want to go for this. Blink Dagger already completed on PGG. Epicenter being cast. Jekyll there too. Scandal is not going to be able to survive this. And Sand King takes the last hit. And wow. Blink Dagger completed on the Shadow Shaman, minute 9. Very fast Blink Dagger. Did not go for boots. Did not need to go for boots. Tidehunter takes a fall with Enchantress coming out of the forest helping out with him slow. Pops her heal, they're gonna go for this tower, there's no wards up yet, but who needs wards? Actually, PGG is just gonna go towards, gonna check if the rune spawns at the 10-minute mark and maybe go towards the bot lane. And he does get the rune. Does not want the rune. He's gonna guard it, though. He's gonna spot it out. Okay. They have no ward here, so they couldn't have seen it. Actually, they have no ward on the other rune spot either, so he's just gonna guard it from the Broodmother until, someone else picks it up. The tower did not go down in the middle lane. And Leshrac is still happily farming on the top lane. And actually buys a TP scroll now. sacrifices a Iron Branch for that, but you need a TP scroll, especially if you're all alone on the top lane, and you maybe want to go for the defense on the middle tower. Arrow is gonna hit as SS walks back right into it, and he will get a, well, Mirana will get a kill. Scandal taking the last hit. And we have the words going down here from the Shadow Shaman.
Dire's bottom tower
Let's take a quick look at the gold graph. I mean, it will show us what we already know, but it will spike up more. We have 5k in advantage for M5, and experience graph will, well, it's not that big a difference, 3k, but it's just that both Tidehunter and Darkseer have not been able to get that much experience on that top lane. Even though Darkseer is now level 6, as we just saw, and Tidehunter is almost level 6. They just need half a level, and then we will see some Ravages and maybe some team fights in favor of DTSs. That's what they really need right now. Turn it to a chicken stun is there, and Blood Angel in a lot of trouble. Will go down. Broodmother taking the hit. Last hit, that is. And Blink Dagger makes sure PGG is out of his way. He still doesn't have boots though, so is not as fast as he would have been. But DTS doesn't want to chase. Probably not a bad idea either, as Enchanters would have been there to help out. Oh, Blink again. Arrow not gonna hit. Will spot the Shadow Shaman out.
Tower is under attack.
They know he's squishy. They know he doesn't have boots, but they're too afraid to go in because there's just so many people that they don't know the whereabouts of. Bottom town falls. That Prickle gets the last hit. And here we have a ganking coming, probably on... Is there gonna be a dust? There is gonna be a dust, but I don't think it will catch him out. Yes. No. Because he's gone. Long gone. Nice one by Prickle. Making sure that he is safe. Making sure that the time of M5 spent to try this gank is wasted, because they're not getting any experience. They're getting a bit of gold, but no, they have to share. And Enchanter is still not level 6. Shadow Shaman backing up. He's level 8 though. Shadow Shaman having had a tough time on the top lane, where he got the kills, he got the experience, he got the tower gold. His Blink Dagger has an Ogre Club, is not gonna go... Am I really saying that he isn't gonna go for boots? He has Arcane Boots, I totally saw that already. Lame. Sorry for that. So, okay. He's gonna go for a BKB, making sure that his initiation is even stronger than it was before. And Tidehunter now level 6. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, his mother is invisible, they don't know he's there. And Tower of the Knight on the top lane. And the tower was pushed quite heavily already. We have a blink up. They want to go for this Ravage. They have the Ravage. They should take the advantage of that Ravage right now. They might also only do that with Blood Angel though. Is he gonna take a gush? He's gonna go down. Spawn taking the last hit. Broodmother being on a killing spree. Broodmother being a very dangerous force in the DTS lineup. I mean, she has not died once. She is 3 for 0. She has decent amounts of last hits.
Dire's middle tower
and it's just it's gonna be that secret force that as soon as there's a 5-on-5 team fight, you're just not gonna know what she's gonna be doing. I mean, a lot of damage, that's probably for sure. But so far, M5 is having the upper hand due to their ganks. But 5-on-5, they have not really shown themselves. Nice play. Well, nice job. Sunstrike. It's not hitting on the Tidehunter who's running away. Ether Shock, blink out again from Shadow Shaman. Nice harassment, trying to get the kill with the Sunstrike there. As Cold Snap goes off on my Love's Milla, I don't think he can get the kill here, but he will back off. As Mirana was there. Ooh, she might want to try to land an arrow. Does she? No.
Catches.
Gosh, she used to get some last hits from the Tidehunter. Was not having that much farm right now. I mean, yeah, he didn't really get a lot of farm. He is being the ward person for DTS also. And the Sand King picks up the one that Tidehunter probably would love to have, as it is the Blink Dagger. So there's now 2 Blink Daggers up on the Radiant side, and that means that in a team fight, or in a potential team fight or situation where there could be one, we will have a Burrow Strike, Blink Dagger, Epicenter. You know, other order, Epicenter, Blink Strike, Burrow Strike, wow. And also the blinking from the Shadow Shaman to, well, to make sure that that initiation is even more successful, Blood Angel is in some trouble here. Is he gonna be harassed by Empire? Scandal, sorry, Arrow's not gonna hit, it's gonna be fine. Gonna be just fine. Actually, yeah, we have seen exorcism on the bottom lane as the tier 3 tower got harassed so much. I was gonna
Radiant's
say,
bottom tower is under attack.
where is the Broodmother? This is the strength of the Broodmother. I mean, she can just push the lane, unaware, the bottom lane. Yeah, oh, in the middle lane we have Miranda getting a double kill. Epicenter's gonna try to get someone off. My love is Mila going down to Vigos as he's gonna try to get the kill on the Titan. The Gush is there, Miranda is there again too. Does not have the cooldown yet for the arrow, but the vacuum is gonna help out, and Darkseer gets the last hit with his Iron Shell. And Titan gets away with 40 HP. PGG is not gonna be able to do anything here anymore. Oh, blink. This is the thing from DTS lineup though. I mean, they had pretty well, only the middle lane and the bottom lane they won. I mean, they had a Broodmother won his lane. They have a is winning his lane as he's chasing down on the Blood Angel. Arrow is not gonna hit as he hits on a creep. Admiration is there, gonna try to get probably a cold snap off. No, he doesn't. Definitely blast is gonna be, but he won't be in range. Or will he? Doesn't pop his wax to be extra fast, but then he's only have one more one level in that, so every little bit helps. But he doesn't want to chase it anymore. They're gonna go for the middle lane, where Shrek is gonna go down, almost guaranteed. And we see even Vigos walking back a bit. He doesn't really care. He's gonna get the last hit. Thought about walking away and let someone else take the hit, but gonna take it himself. And they're gonna push out this lane. So I was saying, so far, DTS has been fighting 4 on the team fights. Only the top lane has been lost for them, and the top lane has been abandoned by M5, and they're gonna take the tier 2 tower here.
Middle tower has fallen.
And they still haven't had that perfect team fight. Well, they actually had a team fight where Mirana took a double kill,
Top tower is under attack.
and that's very dangerous for M5. I mean, they may be winning on towers so far, and they may be winning on kills, even though only by 2. But those team fights will be very important, and of course they have a Sand King, of course they have a Shadow Shaman, but no, TP interrupted by the Deafening Blast. Darkseer gonna take a cold snap, is gonna go down as Invoker takes the last hit, even though PGG looks to be wanting to do something there with the blink in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But it's gonna be very, very dangerous for M5 to underestimate DTS, as they still have so much fighting potential. If they're just gonna continue throwing themselves at DTS, they will not make it, as Mirana will grow very strong and will be a better carry than any of the heroes of M5 can be right now. That's the thing for the lineup for M5. They have to take it, well, take the advantage while pushing, and hope that advantage is big enough to not make a difference once Mirana gets her farm up. And right now, I'm not sure if that's succeeding. I mean, there's a tower down already for the Dire. 7,500 gold, but then there's 4 tower difference now, and that's about 6k gold if you're gonna count all the last hits too. 6.5k gold. Hello, Smoke. Where are we going? They're not gonna find anybody. Nobody there. Or is there? Hello, Russian letter guy. Nope. Nope. It is nighttime. They don't see each other. So they'll be fine. And we see DTS being very careful. Even Darkseer now leaving his jungle. They don't know where M5 is. They know they're not in the jungle here because they have some spiders running around, and they now know that they're on the top lane. The wards are gonna go down. Tier 2 tower is looking pretty squishy, but they might want to go in. They're smoked up. Mirana ultimate gonna help out there, and they can have this perfect initiation from them as if the Ravage hits on a lot of heroes. Initiation a little bit too early in my opinion, but who cares? Ravage is not gonna be able to go up. The silence was there to prevent that. Epicenter is there, making sure the Shrek goes down. And we have Prickle not being able to do anything as he can't find a proper target there. We have finds a target, kills Enchantress off, is dominating right now, and it's still gonna go down as Death Prophet's gonna get a double kill of that. Mirana is gonna be the one to get away. being the only one to get away. Is she gonna get away? No, she's not. Burst right there. See the spiders, see the spirits going through her, and Sand King gets the last hit. And that was... It could have been so good if there was a Ravage, but no Ravage due to the perfect timing of the silence from the Death
Radiant's
Prophet.
bottom tower is under attack.
Blood Angel being really spot on with that silence, making sure that that team fight was in their hands. Even nothing else could change that. There's just that Ravage that made sure that that was their fight. Took a tower, took 5 kills, team wipe for DTS. And I'm gonna back off. Smart thing to do, not overextending. Something that is not very M5-like, as in not overextending, as they usually dive a lot and play more aggressive than now. But they know that, apparently they know the situation they're in, that a team fight could change this. I mean, Tidehunter was back up again. The death timers are not that big. I'm just gonna have this up for a second, so if you want to see this, you can while I talk. Well, yeah, the death timers are not that big as the levels are not that high yet. Oh, PGG, what are you gonna do? BKB going off. Another BKB. We have 2 BKBs. It's fun. And he's not gonna chase this. TP's gonna come in from the Boots of Travel Invoker, and Broodmother's gonna get out. So yeah, Invoker getting Boots of Travel, having also a Force Staff, being very mobile already with his Force Staff. I mean, talked about team fights. If you have an Invoker that just Force Staffs himself in, puts down an Ice Wall, the team fight is going to be hampered for DTS already, by a lot.
Invisibility.
But also Boots of Travel, being able to have a continuous push and overall map presence. Hello. Oh, he's just going to place a ward. Nice ward placing. They know they were gonna go for Roshan, of course they planned that, and just placing a ward, making sure that nobody's gonna get close. They have also a ward right here to make sure that they don't have someone from that side. And Sand King is gonna place the last ward. No, is he? He might. Yes. Look at that warding. Oh, sentry ward. So Sand King saw that one being placed. As you do see little. Well, you see the place where it goes down, having earth thingies.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
The earth splattering up there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's Prophet picking up the Aegis. Is the one that... Well, no, it's not the one that died most, as it was Enchantress being cut out. But Enchantress having her own heal. That's probably gonna be the one that's gonna be the most important one. I mean, she does have the silence. Oh, Surge going in on the Tidehunter. They want to take a team fight. They will not find a team fight though, or as they were only chasing Blood Angel. The rest of the team of M5 is not there anymore. Even though they make it Blood Angel makes it believe like they are here. Burst Strike, Epicenter goes down, Sunstrike gonna hit, not hitting on anybody, but Leshrek going down to Enchantress. And Sand King might be in some trouble here as the Ravage went off here. And we see Tidehunter being ward trapped. PGG getting a kill as we follow up where Leshrek was being chased down. Where is he? Oh, Leshrek was already dead, sorry. Where Sand King was being chased down. Teamfight happening all over the place. Mirana's gonna take a fall as Shadow Shaman takes another kill. Darkseer doesn't know where to go, who to chase. It's kind of the same position as I am. Is gonna fall as Broodmother is gonna take a fall too. She can't get away from this. Still gets a kill on the Sand King. Sunstrike will help out, only gets Fire Linked. But Death Prophet getting a double kill with that one, and teamfight going towards M5 once again, as it looked like DTS was not... They were not prepared for that. They chased down Blood Angel, thinking it was... Well, thinking there was gonna be more than Blood Angel on that side, but then they left and they ran into an Epicenter Burst Strike from the Sand King. Sunstrike was there too, and then everything was all over the place. Darkseer running away, chasing off the Sand King. Well, he should have stayed in the fight where Tidehunter went down, as the Ravage did not work out for him once again. And it was just a 2 split up for DTS to take care of. I mean, it's still... all the towers are still standing. Tidehunter is one of those heroes that if you can... He can turn team fights around. If DTS is gonna have some good team fights, which they can still do, then this game could still be in DTS hand. But the thing is, they have to take that perfect team fight. They have to know where the enemies are. Right now they only have sentry wards on the map, no observer wards. They have to not be cut out, they have to be there all 5. They should use Mirana's ultimate probably to help out, as that could give them that perfect initiation. Or even smokes.
Double damage.
Double damage being picked up by Sand King. And they're gonna see the Darkseer, or at least they're gonna know he's there. There we go. See him blink, burst, like they both have a blink, so Darkseer being in a lot of trouble here will go down. Double damage is no match for that. And Sand King taking the last hit. Yeah. Jump of True Sight on the Shadow Shaman. And okay, so that will make the warding for DTS a lot harder, even though they did place the sentry wards. And actually place the ward now here too. So that will help. But these two are like now the ultimate ganking team. I mean, they can both just blink in on a target, and there will be so many disables of Burst Strike, Shackle, Hex, as they're just gonna take the two of them, and they are just gonna push with the two of them. Wards will go down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DTS was not expecting them to push this in. They were gonna expect a 5-man push, as they're gonna kill off the Serpent Wards. It's a smart thing to do. It doesn't do that much damage to the tower, but still, if they do this a couple more times, it doesn't cost them anything but time, and I'm not sure if they're gonna have that much time, or at least Mirana is still happily farming, has got her Yasha completed, but she's not being able to farm that fast because she can't step out of her base so much. Even though Broodmother will have an easier time with that. Where is Broodmother? There, she's gonna farm some Ancients. But I still think that, I mean, Mirana and Broodmother could also, they have a more higher carry potential, like I said earlier, than M5 does, but M5 needs to push in for that. And I wonder if they will, or if they're confident enough that they have shut down DTS so far that they can actually take this. We have a dust going off, Link is there too, Vigo's being able to get away as the cold snap went down. Blinking from PGG as he is taking so much damage, is gonna go down here. Darkseer took the last hit, dropping his gem actually. Mirana is gonna destroy it after probably some discussion with her team, and gonna get silenced as Blood Angel running in with her ultimate on Mirana, taking so much damage from that, will go down here, as I think she will anyway. Shiva's guard making sure she goes down. In the meantime, Broodmother killed off the Invoker as Vigos is on the run. Will he be able to run though? No, I don't think he will be. Broodmother getting a double kill, Spawn Firelink finishing it off. And there we have Blood Angel again. He thinks he can take this. He is the only one left here. Oh, he's backing off. I was gonna say, that would be very, very brave. But it looks like DTS didn't really know if he was alone or if Enchantress was still there too. But Enchantress is just here, so they should have seen him on the map. And Blood Angel backing off. And yeah, we saw the Shiva's guard being completed up on her. So nice item for us to have, and having that mechanism. That's a very good item to have, especially if you're versus the Tidehunter. Just to make sure that if you get Ravage, that damage from that Ravage is nullified. You can just heal up again after and go again. Even though you just got stunned, but you know, theoretically go again with full HP. We have Enchantress actually building towards a Soul Booster. It's a build I don't see often for Enchantress. Usually see her maybe if she's gonna go that aggressive, sort of. Then she normally has an Aghanims. Someone being turned into a chicken. Top middle lane. Mirana is gonna take a fall. Surge is there too though. Will there be enough damage? There should be enough damage. And there we have Shadow Shaman taking the last hit.
If I did a new spirit guide, I might give you a call.
Nice. And yeah, that's easy, a semi-easy kill. Once again, Blinkins so annoying to deal with. And Enchantress having that soul booster probably for survivability. That's what I would expect anyway. Ward's going down. Exorcism is here. They want to take this tower. They will be able to take this tower. There is no fortification up for DTS as they're gonna chase down Leshrac. They've got Silence. Is not able to do anything while Silence. Tower goes down. Probably see the barracks going down soon after too. Darkseer wants to do something. Could place his wolf. Does place his wolf. As Rabbit still goes down before Tidehunter dies. So he done his job. Death Prophet taking a kill on Leshrac in the meantime. Darkseer gonna drop here very fast. Double kill for Death Prophet. And Blood Angel is still going as his ultimate returns back to her. Broodmother is so tanky right now. It's gonna steal a lot of health from SS. We will go down though, tanking, making sure that disable happened with a Burrow Strike. And gonna take an arrow to the face as Mirana is the only one left alive. There's a GG code and DTS disconnect as M5 takes this win in this Star Series game. Very convincing push. Oh yeah, you can do your epicenter for creep, that's cool. Just pop all the spells you have, Admiration, you can do it. You can do it. It's gonna invoke more. Ice Wall there. Oh, yeah, tornado. Are we gonna cast
Dire's
it? Yes,
top
we are.
tower has fallen. Dire's top
Electricity.
barracks are under attack.
Have it too.
Radiant's
Which
bottom
one did we
tower
have yet?
is under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Ghost walk.
Dire's top barracks are
EMP.
under attack.
Nope, not gonna happen. Okay. Fine. Oh, I disconnect. Okay, you're excused on narration.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Yeah, everybody disconnected already, or only my Lovers Milla and Russian letter guy are still in the
Dire's
game.
middle tower is under
So they're
attack.
gonna actually have to destroy this. The ultimate goes off once again from the Death Prophet. Such a short cooldown. Always think that every time I see her play again.
Dire's
Almost
middle
too short
tower is
for
under
the
attack.
power that it has, especially in pushing. Gotta try to get some crowding kills here, as there's nobody that's gonna fight back anyway. And now everybody disconnected from DTS. Monster kill for Blood Angel. Even though she had such a rough start at the bottom lane, she totally made up for that one and started owning as soon as
Dire's middle tower is
well, as
under
people
attack.
helped her out with her lane. As soon as the tower fell, kinda after the bottom tower fell,
Dire's
she had
entrance is under attack.
almost total control over that, roaming around, taking kills, taking towers. Ancient's
Dire's
gonna go
entrance
down.
is radiant victory.
There we go. And I'm gonna see if I have a ghostly game and if I'm gonna have a co-cast for that, and you can watch that one for a second, if that's okay. I think you've seen it long enough, right?